You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
You are watching the leaders in full immersion gaming, and this is the pregame show only on the NBL Network.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the NBL Live pregame show. It's brought to you each and every week by our graphics sponsor, Web3ks.com. They do that overlay you see here on NBL Live, a ton of other graphics across the entire NBL network, and my favorite part is they're super affordable. So if you're anyone you know needs graphics done for an affordable price, head over to Web3ks.com. They are the leaders in affordable graphic design. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, folks. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, Bomber, and third member of our crew, Hop. We'll throw it to him at the beginning of the game. He's down on the sidelines with all the latest news and notes. We got a great game coming up for you, though. Week 2 action, Titans and Chargers. Bomber, you and I were on the call for a Titans Chargers a couple times. We've had this matchup on NBL Live, the most notable one being the playoff matchup that ended unbelievably. But this is a matchup we've seen over and over, and this is a matchup that I think a lot of people are excited to see.
Absolutely, you got two tough teams. Leading the AFC charge, no pun intended there for the Chargers. The Chargers have been atop of their division. The Tennessee Titans have been atop of their division, but they have a nice little rivalry brewing. I absolutely love what's going on here as we remember that playoff game in which the Chargers and Phillip Rivers drove down the field for that miracle Hail Mary. We're still waiting on a kind of a nickname for that, OSU. We need to come up with some kind of nickname for that game. That game was on the NBL Network. You can go watch it after the show tonight. If you want to check out our past history of games, go to our playlist NBL Live broadcast. I also think that game was also on the Final Minutes episode as well.
Yep, yeah. I mean, what an unbelievable game we had. And, yeah, check that out after this game. It's over on the NBL Live's playlist. It was unbelievable. There are a lot of Titans and Chargers matchup. These are two teams top of the AFC, so we'll get to see another great game tonight. All right, let's take a look at what's going on around the NBL network. Just coming out recently was that NBL Season 29 kickoff for BTF Detroit Lions. Bomber, the Lions, I would say, you could correct me if I'm wrong, Lions had a pretty good season last season, and you got to talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent season. I mean, nothing to really, harp about. You look like you're standing in front of a billboard for the Detroit Lions. I absolutely love it right now. Give a little wave to the people here down below, watching you from a further distance. But, man, that's a giant billboard. NBL Season 29 kickoff. We just had another Building the Franchise Detroit Lions episode. Make sure you check it out. It's very good, and we have a little subliminal and also pretty aggressive message to Kyle Matt Miller, the owner of the Seattle Seahawks, who we took on Week 1 on NBL Live, which was a snooze fest. You'll see that in the episode. It's pretty entertaining stuff, guys. I hope you've been enjoying the show. Any feedback, leave in the comment section and let me know. We're trying to improve this thing each week as it comes out each weekend, but it's actually been coming around Monday or Tuesday. That's just how it's been falling. The NBL schedule moves so fast, we're just trying to keep up with the storm that's moving ahead. But I'm really excited about this game. Let's get back to these Chargers and Titans. I think this matchup might be our best game on this NBL Live schedule.
Yeah, and we'll be throwing up that NBL Live schedule after the game, so you can check out the games that are coming up. Yeah, but of course, BTF Building the Franchise, one of the original programs here on the NBL Network. We have both BTF Lions and, of course, BTF Jacksonville Jaguars. So check that out over on the network, as well as all of our original programming. Hit that subscribe button down below so you know each and every time we post one of those episodes or we go live with one of our live programs. Speaking of live programs, we got a great game on hand, broadcast number 166 here on NBL Live. Let's look at the players to watch. First for the Tennessee Titans, it is quarterback Marcus Mariota. First game, he went 18 for 31, 294, touchdown, 2 interceptions. Titans, tough game. That was a big loss for them. This is a Titans team coming in very confident, coming off only, they went 14-2 last season. It was a tough first-round loss, but this team had a ton of confidence coming in, Bomber. And they ran into a team that I think is colossally underrated in the Green Bay Packers, who ended up then going out and losing their Week 2 game, so maybe they're not that colossally underrated. But I've been high on the Green Bay Packers for the last couple of seasons, and the Packers came in and laid a little whoop in it and made the Marcus Mariota and this offense look pretty pedestrian.
Yeah, who doesn't love the Green Bay Packers? This is a team that really isn't getting recognized enough for what they've had the ability to do in the last season and a half. You've seen a lot of growth. They have a great halfback over there. Aaron Rodgers has been looking back to his self. Yeah, they only finished 9-7 last year, but they had some premium wins, and they played spoiler down the stretch of NBL season 28, and it was really impressive. And they start this season off against a Titan team who just got exited from the playoffs really too early. I mean, you go 14-2, you don't want to go essentially one and done. I know they had the bye week. I say you can't go one and done if you have a bye, but they went in there and lost their only playoff game that they played. So what happened was the Titans fans were left with, well, maybe next year is our year. They come out, they fall flat this year. It's not looking good. 2 pick sixes from Mariota in that game as Green Bay was able to pull off the victory week 1. I need to see a better performance today, but it doesn't look like it's getting any better because this schedule is tough, and these Los Angeles Chargers are phenomenal on the defensive side of the ball.
On the flip side, let's take a look at the offensive side of the ball, because this is sort of a new look Chargers offense. And of course, Melvin Gordon, the engine that runs this team, struggled in the first game. They played a very tough Kansas City Chiefs team, winning 26-20 in overtime. This game was a grind. Gordon couldn't get anything going. 19 carries, only 53 yards against a defense that is really, really good. But at the end of the day, the more interesting part, Bomber, is the fact that there's a new quarterback in town. I mean, last season, the LA Chargers, with that duo of Jay Cutler and Cardale Jones, couldn't get what they wanted in the playoffs, ended up getting bounced in the first round, but they wanted to do more, and they went out and they signed a quarterback. And Carson Wentz, now at the helm in Los Angeles, looking to revitalize his career after a tough couple seasons in Philadelphia. Melvin Gordon, of course, is going to be the engine for this team, but what do you expect to see out of Carson Wentz?
Yeah, debut game, he had a QBR of just 82, 21 for 36, 58% completion. This is not good. Not looking like a great start. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But here's what you got to really wait for is the sack total. 4 sacks. They had 4 sacks against Kansas City, and Kansas City is no slouch. Everybody in that division is kind of starting to figure out their opponent, and what you're starting to see is a lot more competitive games top to bottom. We saw the Broncos give your Raiders a run for their money today. We're going to see the Chiefs give everybody a run for their money. The cream will always rise to the top, but I like to say this about the Chargers. While their offense is going to get going slow, their defense is going to be their constant, what's going to keep them consistent. But Carson Wentz, we got to see a little bit more. 82.3 QBR. And to me, that doesn't sound good. To the Los Angeles Chargers, that doesn't sound good. But here's a nice little footnote. In the last 3 seasons since NBL season 26, since the Madden 18 release, that's the best QBR Carson Wentz has ever posted in a season. I know it's only 1 game in, obviously small sample size, but even that, we're talking QBRs of 46, 28, and 40. He posted an 82, so he walked off that field and was like, Coach, how did I look? Looking good, looking fresh, right? And the reception wasn't too well because the standards have been set so low in Philly. He's going to have to do a lot more for this franchise that looks to win, and they're looking to win Super Bowls. And I'm not talking just one, multiple.
Yeah, this is a Chargers team, a lot of prestige here in Los Angeles. It's a team that has Super Bowl aspirations. They're not looking to just make the playoffs. They're looking for a Super Bowl. So Carson Wentz, a little bit of pressure on him, but a change of scenery sometimes can do a player some good. Get your predictions into the chat. We're about ready to send it out to the game. But Bomber, who do you like in this one? I mean, this is a battle of 2 of the, for a horrible pun, Titans in the AFC. The Los Angeles Chargers in that AFC West trying to keep this undefeated run going. The Titans, on the other hand, they're trying to right their ship and not fall into an 0-2 hole. Who do you like in this game?
This is tough. The rivalry has kind of, got to this point where I'm thinking one side isn't really ahead. You had the miracle play by the Chargers in the playoffs, but this is a completely different team. I'm going to go out on a limb today. And I'm going to say this. I'm saying a limb, even though I'm saying these 2 teams are matched up pretty evenly. I'm saying a limb because emotionally, I don't want to go with Sonny Weaver. He's always giving Stafford a hard time. Why do I want to pick him? But I'm going to have to go with him today. I'm going with the Tennessee Titans. I think they bounce back today. I think Mariota has a big game, and I think he kind of opens up the pass game, which opens up the run game, which puts a lot of pressure on Carson Wentz, and he ain't ready. He's going to throw a couple picks. They're going to be costly. Tennessee walks away with this one easy. I think it's going to be probably 31-13 Tennessee over Los Angeles.
Wow, big win predicted by Bomber.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense. He's been sipping that Sonny Weaver Kool-Aid. Be careful for that stuff. It's spiked pretty heavily. He drinks that before every highly debatable. Get your predictions in the chat. We'll read those throughout the game. But it's game time here on NBL Live. We appreciate all of you tuning in for the NBL Live pregame show. But coming up right now, it's a battle between two of the top teams in the AFC, looking to head in the right direction early in the season. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Tennessee Titans, and it's coming up right now here on NBL Live.
My name is Rex Dixon.
Greg Stein.
Clint from EA Sports.
You're watching NBL.
You're watching the NBL Network. And you're watching the NBLN Network.
Empty backfield for Atkins. He's been dropping back to pass here on 4th down. He's looking deep over the middle. He has a man. It's Brandon Cooks who catches and makes a man miss.
Oh, that's
Woodard is dropping back. He's got open over the middle.
Wow. That big playmaker ability as he finds him again.
Into the end zone. Another touchdown. What a great game we have on NBL Live tonight, folks. It's broadcast 166 and week 2 action here on NBL Live. It's the Tennessee Titans sitting at 0-1, taking on the 1-0 Los Angeles Chargers. Thanks for hanging out with us, folks. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, Bomber. We'll get to your predictions in the chat in just a moment. But for now, let's throw it down to the third member of our crew, our very own Hop. And Hop, these two teams coming in. Week 1 went very differently for both teams. Titans coming off a loss. Chargers coming off a hard-fought win. First of all, do we have any injuries of note on either side? And you've talked to both sidelines. What's their attitude going into this game?
What's going on, guys? I'm coming down here from the sidelines at Los Angeles Stadium at Hollywood Park, and it is rocking in here. I haven't seen this kind of energy in a regular season game in a long time in the NBL. As far as injury report, we got 2 teams coming in at full strength. Yes, the Chargers are healthy for the first time ever.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
They will be missing their backup halfback, Brandon Oliver, for 13 weeks. He has a torn rotator cuff, but as
so
far
not that healthy. Got it. Okay.
That's it, though.
That's all.
That's healthy for the Chargers.
That is healthy.
That is a healthy Charger team.
They're healthy. As far as the Tennessee Titans, they're completely at full strength. This is going to be a great matchup. I'm really looking forward to it. I got down with Sonny Weaver before the game, and he's really looking forward to get Marcus Mariota going early, get the pass game going against this Chargers, and make sure he's going to get Mariota reading the defense and the different disguised blitzes that the Chargers like to do.
We got that top-notch reporting from the sidelines, fully healthy, except for the guy with the torn ACL. Other than that, though, 100% healthy.
Except for the player that's out for 26 weeks.
I didn't say fully.
Not fully.
Career in jeopardy. Outside of that.
But other than that, they're fine. They're basically, look, I'm completely healthy, just got a bit of the cancer. It's fine, don't worry about it. 2nd and 4 after the first down pass completion. He's going to find Henry once again up at the 45-yard line. Carson Wentz here for the Los Angeles Chargers. Let's take a look at some of those predictions. They are all over the place. We got Deck and Dog, John Blevins, 21-20 Chargers. Pricey, 27-20 Titans. We know Pricey, Titans #1 fan, by far. He is a big fan of Sonny Weaver. He is as loyal as it comes. Banana saying 45-24 Chargers, 69 combined points with these two defenses. That would be surprising indeed. And Z-Star saying 27-24 Chargers. 1st and 10. I formation for Carson Wentz. And it's going to be Melvin Gordon getting the first carry. Missed tackle. He's just running into his own blocker, but he's got a lot of room. One man to beat. Stop, start, and trips over himself. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't the best run we've ever seen. It may end up on a blooper reel, but it goes for 45 yards.
Wow, what a run right there.
Melvin.
That right there is is what not to do. Obviously, you can't guess pass in this Madden, or you're going to get pancaked, as the Titans learned early in this game.
First and 10, handoff to Gordon over the right side. Big hole over there. Nice tackle made, though, at the 5-yard line. 2 carries, 50 yards. Yeah, that one, Melvin Gordon's going to probably not want to watch that one on the old highlight reel because he should have been gone. Ended up getting a little too intimate with his lead blockers. You can get off his hip once you're in open space. But whatever, Melvin Gordon knows better than I do. I'm not a running back here. As on 2nd and goal, it's going to be Carson Wentz breaking the huddle with the Chargers. 2 tight ends out on the field. He's I formation, 1 wide receiver. That's Keenan Allen on the right side. Finally healthy. Missed a lot of time last season for the Chargers. As on 2nd and goal, quick 3-step drop, look into the back of the end zone, and Carson got maybe a little amped up. NBL Live, Bomber, the Eagles, not on NBL Live a whole lot, so not a whole lot of experience under the bright lights, but he's excited to be in LA.
Yeah, I mean, definitely an overthrow there, but let's look at Hunter Henry. 5 catches, 82 yards in the first week. This guy comes out the second week. He gets 2 easy throws right to his favorite target, which is that big athletic tight end of Hunter Henry. I thought that set him up fairly well. Kind of surprised by that overthrow as a nice handoff to the outside. Wow. Yeah, he's gone. That's
some blocking. I would like to point out that Tony Bradbury, during the game, our very own Sonny Weaver came in the chat and said, wasn't guest pass. All right, well, in that case, your line just got absolutely dominated up front. So, okay, good point. As LA's going to go up 7-0 in this game.
That's called throwing your team under the bus rather than taking personal responsibility. Not new in the book of Weaver. We've seen it done many times. They're down 7-0 and only a minute and 46 seconds have been taken off this clock, and we already see the Chargers up. My predictions looking very slim. I had it going 31-13, Tennessee. Let's see if they can come out and play. Who I'm looking for on the offensive end, I want to see some Darian Montgomery. Ohio State 6'5", 223-pound wide receiver, superstar development, drafted in the 2nd round of NBL season 27 rookie draft. This guy can do it all, but he has yet to break 1,000 yards receiving. Come on. I need to see it. I need to see the breakout season from this young superstar.
Now 1st and 10 for the Titans as they get their first offensive possession. Ball's on the 29-yard line. It's Mariota under center. He's got Derrick Henry in the backfield. 2 wide receivers out there for Mariota as he's changing up the play, surveying this Chargers defense. It's going to be Mariota dropping back to pass on 1st and 10. He looks over to the right side and completes a quick little out route. Nice timing route for Mariota to get in a little bit of a rhythm early. He finds Montgomery on the outside. It's 1st down for the Titans.
Yeah, I like Darian Montgomery last year, 53 catches, 773 yards, 4 touchdowns. Rookie debut season, 61 catches, 938 yards, 7 touchdowns. I need to see 1,000 yards, 10-plus touchdowns. I know he has the potential. Now let's put it on the field.
Oh, he's got a man open on the left side. There's a lot of room down there. He's up to the 20. He's up to the 10. He's going to be taken down inside the 5-yard line as Smooth Neil subscribes to the network right during a big play. Great timing there, Smooth Neil. As smooth as anything, as that's a beautiful pass up the left side, and the Titans are in business. The offensive have come to play early in this game as 2 wide receivers over the left side, I formation before Marcus Mariota, and it's going to be a handoff over the left side, stumbling, bumbling, and getting, well, not a whole lot on that play as we find Joe. Well, you know, Hop talked about how healthy they were, and you knew that at that moment the Chargers were cursed as Joey Bosa, he's going to be out for a while with those broken ribs.
Yeah, we're going to get Hop on the sideline here shortly. He's going to talk about what's going on with Bosa once they get him examined fully in the back. But, man, Joey Bosa has not played a full season in this Madden cycle. He's been cursed at defensive end, so talented, but yet struggles so much to essentially stay on the field. Production's there, but if you can't stay on the field, you can't have a real impact for your team, especially on the defensive side of the ball. We need you out there, Joey Bosa. So that's a big loss for the Chargers, and I'm curious to see how long they're going to predict this guy to be out.
Yeah, now 3rd and goal as they've given 2 carries to Derrick Henry inside the 4-yard line. He's only been able to get 2 yards, and you know that the Titans coaching staff not happy about that one. Their bruiser needs to get going. 3rd and goal, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Mariota. He's bringing the man in motion over to the left side, putting both wide receivers over on the left side of that field. On 3rd down, it's a quick 3-step drop. It's a little flat route, and what a play call as that's a touchdown as, well, more injuries, this time on the Tennessee sideline. We'll throw it down to Hop in just a moment, but Bomber, what a beautiful play call there. Great recognition by Mariota, seeing what the defense was giving him, and a quick pass to the flat ties this ball game up.
Yeah, a quick throw to the flat. It looked like the user coverage was on top of it just a little late, but saw exactly where he needed to be. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like playing off. They were obviously playing the run. You're playing against a powerhouse run team. You expect them to run the ball probably for that third time, but they decide, hey, we got stuffed twice. It's time to see what we can do in the passing game. They motion a receiver, Dorian Montgomery, from the right over to the left. It leaves that flat space wide open. He had nothing but space over there with no defender, and he just makes the right read. So nice throw right there from Marcus Mariota. Good start to both of these teams' offense. Now let's see if their defenses can start settling in.
Yeah, 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Wentz dropping back to pass. Looks like they're setting up a little screen to Melvin Gordon, who takes the catch and breaks the tackle. He's up past the 30 to the 32-yard line. Let's throw it down to our sideline reporter, Hop. We saw Bosa go down. We saw the right guard for Tennessee, Spain, go down, both clutching their ribs. We've heard it's broken ribs, but what are you seeing down there on the sidelines?
Yeah, I got to talk to the Los Angeles trainers real quick, and it's not good for Joey Bosa. He's definitely out this game, and it's looking like 4 to 6 weeks.
Oof.
He's going to be out for this NBL season, maybe more than that. As far as the right guard for sprain, it's about the same issue, same injury. It didn't look as bad, so it's looking like 2 to 3 weeks, but neither are going to come back this game.
A beautiful pass down the field, finding Williams at the 38-yard line. Carson Wentz rifling it down the middle of the field, as it looks like Williams slow to get up, but Bomber, Joey Bosa, one of the talents here in the NBL, he cannot stay healthy, and it has been a killer for a Chargers team that has been oh so close to getting that Super Bowl title.
Well, when he said he threw it, he went and talked to the Chargers trainers. I thought he was going to say they asked him if he wanted to supersize that, because there's no way. These guys actually have a training staff there. They can't. It's not possible at this point, the way the injuries have piled up. Joey Bosa, 20 sacks NBL season 26. He got hurt NBL season 27, he got 13. NBL season 28, he got 7. He missed nearly the entire season, only 17 tackles, 25 years old, but it looks like an injury-plagued career is in front of Joey Bosa. This is a huge blow for this franchise.
Now it's going to be a quick look like a draw play to Muhammad, who can't get anything going up the middle. Loss of 3 on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd and 12. Interesting there, Bomber. We talked about a lot on NBL Live. They decided to run it on 2nd down. They don't give it to Melvin Gordon. They bring in the backup halfback, Muhammad. Now they're behind the clock a little bit. 3rd and 12, shotgun formation for Carson Wentz. He's got 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 over to the right. Melvin Gordon now into the game at halfback to the right of Carson Wentz. He drops back to pass here on 3rd and 12. Looking, protection is good. Looks for the comeback route. It's jumped. It's picked by the Titans. He's got a lot of green space. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Carson Wentz may be the only one to make a play, and he does make the play. Maybe a touchdown-saving tackle, as Jackson's going to be brought down to the 3-yard line. Wentz knew he made a bad throw immediately, was able to save the touchdown, but what a play on the outside on the comeback route by this Titans defense.
Yeah, that's Tennessee Titan football right there. They're going to pride themselves on the defensive side of the ball. Week 1, they gave up 24 points, entirely too much, but against the pass, only 157. They were top 5 in Week 1. This team can get it done on that side of the ball, and they got some of the best, most deep corners in the NBL. 1st
and goal, I formation is going to be handed off to Derrick Henry, trying to get him going. He's going to lose a yard on the play. Derrick Henry has been, for many occasions, Bomber, criticized by this Titans team for not getting the tough yards. He was great last season, but they've given him the ball 4 times here inside the 5-yard line, and he's only been able to get 2 yards.
Yeah, I want to see if they go to pass here on 2nd and goal. Last time they ran it the first 2 times and threw it. It looks like they're going empty backfield, so here's an opportunity for a pass here. This might be a line
shades of the Detroit Lions, as it's going to be a screen pass to the outside, and Henry's going to walk his way into the end zone. Credit to Bomber for that play. We've seen that from the Lions oh so often, and old Sonny Weaver knows how to take something and make it his own, as the Titans are going to kick this extra point and go up 7 off the interception of Carson Wentz.
Yeah, well, he's still something else. Not surprising right now to see somebody else's lab work show out on the Tennessee Titans playbook. Staple of this team's offense. Very dirty. That's a filthy move. I don't like it. That's why I'm for the playbook draft. You draft plays, and then other people can't use them. What do y'all think about that? Is that too far?
I'll just draft every run play, and then everyone has to pass it over and over.
and then they have to come to you to trade you the good pass play.
Yeah. Hey.
Because they're going to have to run.
You have to run. We have to have a balanced attack. I'm sorry, halfback draw is taken by the Oakland Raiders. Isn't that unfortunate? 1st and 10. It's going to be handoff to Melvin Gordon over the right side. He's got some room over there. He's got the 1st down and more, trying to make a man miss. Great tackle in open space. But Gordon has gotten rolling early. 5 carries, 66 yards. Another 1st down carry for Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, one man to beat. You want to see Melvin Gordon kind of get a little bit more yards. I mean, nice run right there, but the blocking was laid out in front of him. One man to beat. You got to beat that guy, Melvin. We need you to be the MVP of this game as Carson Wentz gets his feet wet, essentially, on his new ball club.
Quick pass to the sidelines. That one is complete at the 39-yard line. Let's throw it down to Hop for a second. Hop, I'm interested. You were down on the Chargers sideline as Wentz was coming back to the huddle. What was his demeanor like? Because this was something that would have gotten him down in Philadelphia. Does he look composed, or did he look really disappointed by that throw?
Carson Wentz has got a whole new outlook on this Los Angeles Chargers team. He had his head up high. He threw enough of them in Philly. He don't get worried by interception. The offensive coordinator did have him down there looking at the play again. He looked like he had a couple receivers open and chose the wrong read. So
there goes Melvin Gordon once again. Hold on, Hop. It's Melvin Gordon who was able to get off his blocker's hip and find his way to the end zone. Up over 100 yards is Melvin Gordon as the offensive has exploded. And I'd like to apologize right now to Bananas for mocking your 69 combined point prediction, because right now the defenses are still in the locker room, Bomber, and the offenses are showing out here in LA.
Yeah, this is looking like a shootout, but my real question is, who is that lineman that persists on being in the way of Melvin Gordon when he's 10 yards past the line of scrimmage? What is this guy trying to show out and do?
He's the best defender.
For a kick return.
Yeah, he's the best defender for the Tennessee Titans against Melvin Gordon. His own offensive lineman is playing some solid defense on Melvin Gordon. The only person who can stay with him, his own lineman. 14-14 your score as we have just 1 second to go here in the first quarter. So far, Bomber, the defenses look completely lost out there. Is there a reason for concern for these two teams?
These are two teams that are known for a defensive pedigree. I expect a lower scoring game on both sides of the ball. I really didn't expect the 31-13 prediction, but I thought that would be probably the highest. But it looks like these guys are trying to drive the ball down the field, and they're trying to really pick up the pace right now. And it seems like Mike D'Antoni has came over to the NBL, and he's implementing that 7 seconds or less. We got to score, and we got to score now. 28 points combined in the first quarter. I'm surprised. We're on for a rapid pace, but I think it slows down just a little bit, and the defenses settle in, get their feet wet. But the loss of Joey Bosa might prove to be really huge for this Los Angeles Chargers defense. 1st and 10, Mariota play action pass. The rush was coming. He throws out. It's a quick screen. One man to beat. Once again, the one-on-one play not made as the Chargers brought just about everybody into the backfield. It was a quick bubble screen to the outside. Gets him 9 yards on the play. But if you're a Titans fan, you're looking at that play and going, that one could have gone for much more. Yeah, absolutely. You had all that open space, one man to beat. You have to think your receiver against the safety. There's a lot of opportunity there on the offensive end of the ball. It doesn't happen, but they're in field goal range, 2nd and 1, and they got one of the best halfbacks in the NBL. Play action pass, blitz picked up. He has a man open over the middle. It's complete, and they're in the red zone once again as Mariota has started out on fire. 7 of 7, 128 and 2 touchdowns. Taylor with the catch, and the Titans are rolling early in this game. Yeah, you don't expect this team to pass as heavy as they are, and I think it's kind of throwing off the Los Angeles Chargers defensive sets as well as their personnel. They're coming out in these base sets. They're coming out real heavy, and these wide receivers of the Tennessee Titans are taking advantage of it, and they're getting to that next level. It's going to be a handoff, a little counterplay for Derrick Henry, and that's been the rushing game so far for the Titans. 4 carries, -1 yards for big Derrick Henry. But he did a great job on that last play, as Decadog points out, a great blitz pickup. Henry staying in the backfield. That's an underrated part of Henry's game, Bomber, the ability to pick up those blitzes, because you know the Chargers are going to send heat. Yeah, and you know that the Titans like to adjust. They're one of the teams that when they see the heat coming, they would say, hey, let's block this guy, let's block this guy, as opposed to spreading everybody out and giving yourself more options to throw to. They like to send those guys and have them sit back and block in the pocket and help their quarterback have a little bit more time. 2nd and 12, Mariota dropping back to pass, looks over to the left side. That's a bad throw. It's picked off by Hayward, and he's got green space. It's Mariota coming back, trying to make the defensive play. Spin move to the network, makes the breaks a tackle. He's still going. He's at the 30, he's at the 20, he's at the 10, 98 yards for the score. Hayward houses it, and the Chargers are back on top. Are you kidding me? Horrible throw by Marcus Mariota right there. Went to the out route one too many times. Gets picked off. Casey Hayward goes, hey, you already threw 2 pick sixes in week 1. Let's make it a third, because third time's a charm. Now we have 35 combined points on the board, and we haven't even played a half a game yet. We're not even halfway into the second quarter yet. So many variables right now that are leaning towards this being a shootout. I can't even believe it. I would have to imagine the law of averages comes into play at some point during this game, and it says, hey, this is too high. Let's slow this down a little bit. Let's get back to the ground and pound, and let's see some punting right now. And we haven't yet to see a punt. We've got all these scores on the board, and we have yet to see a punt in the game. We've seen 2 picks already. Let's see if these quarterbacks can kind of settle down and get back to their traditional offense.
1st and 10, Mariota dropping back to pass. Looks over the middle of the field. It is complete near the first down marker, 35. SSGSS Kaioken Goku says, I just subbed. I appreciate the subscription. Appreciate all of our subscribers out here. We got a big game here, and so far, if you are interested in offense, you're going to want to stick around for this game. 21-14 LA on top. Both quarterbacks making some bad decisions that turned into points for the other team, as on 2nd and inches, they hand it off to Derrick Henry, and mercifully, Henry finally gets some positive yardage, 2 yards up to the 37-yard line as the Titans are moving forward. They've got a first down.
Yeah, nice drive right there. It looks like the pace is kind of going to settle down a little bit. A lot of man coverage from the Los Angeles Chargers, but one thing they're not really respecting is the athleticism and ability of the wide receiver core in Tennessee, and they're making them pay for that.
1st and 10. It's a play-action pass for Mariota. Looking, dumps it off underneath. It is complete down to the 41-yard line. 9-10, 142, 2 touchdowns. That one incompletion, though, it was the pick, and it was taken back 98 yards. I think, Bomber, the worst part about that one was watching Marcus Mariota get his ankles broken with that spin move. Wentz made the tackle. Mariota could not make the touchdown-saving play.
Absolutely. When you get an open field, your quarterback looks like he might be able to make a play. You're hoping, all right, make the play, but don't get hurt. Don't get hurt. And he still finds a way not to make the play, but he could have also got hurt. I mean, his ankles had to be swollen up there on the sidelines.
3rd and 10 now as Derrick Henry getting more of a whole lot of nothing on the run game. As on 3rd down, it's going to be Mariota dropping back to pass. Looks over to the right side. That one almost picked off. And as the bomber, the King Bomber himself would say, punt unit, you're out on the field. Punt unit.
There we go, right there.
Look at that big boy.
Yeah, absolutely. Little post right there, jumps the route. A nice play right there by the Los Angeles Chargers defense as they kind of settle down. And as predicted, the law of averages comes out to play, and we're going to get a punt. And I expect to see a couple more of this because this pace had to slow down at one point. It was going way too fast for 2 teams that are traditionally more ground and pound teams, more burn clock, time of possession style of offenses, and their defenses are really good. So you expect them to start making some plays.
I just want to point out that the punter for the Titans, Sean Powell, out of Florida State, 6'4", 235 as a punter. It's a big dude.
Wow.
That's a big dude.
He didn't miss a lunch growing up, that's for sure.
Well, neither did I. So, anywho, 1st and 10 for the Los Angeles Chargers. I formation is going to be handoff to Melvin Gordon on the right side. And look, the Tennessee Titans do know that they are allowed to tackle Melvin Gordon as they bring him down for a loss of play. 7 carries, 125, and 2 touchdowns. Melvin Gordon's having himself a day early.
Absolutely. You saw the pancake of the defensive line early in this game. Another big run. If that lineman in front of him could just get out of his way, man, he might have 228 by now.
That's true. That's true. That's the defense by that lineman has been stellar so far. Keeping Melvin Gordon well under that 200-yard mark is now 2nd and 12 for Carson Wentz and the Los Angeles Chargers. 2 wide receivers to each side. Melvin Gordon in the backfield. As it looks like he's changing up the plays. He surveys this Titans defense. Wentz dropping back to pass on 2nd and 12. Rush is coming. Down goes Wentz as we finally get to hear Darren Anua's name called. The young stud on this defensive line finally gets a sack, his first sack of the game. And I don't think this is going to be the last time we call Anua's name.
Yeah, I don't know what Wentz was looking at there. He had the seam route on the left side. Right there, the outside little slot area, wide open, beating against that, splitting those safeties on that cover 2, wide open, and he misses the read. You got to make that throw. You cannot put yourself in 3rd and longs against this defense.
3rd and long, 3rd and 18 now for Wentz and the Los Angeles Chargers. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, also 1 tight end on the right side of that formation as he steps up to pass, looks over the middle of the field, diving attempt. But the catch is not made, and the punt unit now coming out for the Los Angeles Chargers. They're going to punt this one away as the defense is locking down a little bit as they're finally able to stop the bleeding and get some stops on defense.
Yeah, the excitement might go away just for a little bit, but it's got to get back to traditional football, especially when you're Tennessee and Los Angeles. You don't like the back and forth. As a nice, beautiful punt there for the Los Angeles Chargers. It's going to put them at the 24-yard line to start this drive. And you know, they got a little bit of ways to go.
Yeah, they got some ways to go. Titans wanting a score before the half to go into halftime time. Minute 49 to go. Appreciate all you tuning in to MBL Live, broadcast number 166. I'm always you. I'm hanging out with my man Bomber, third member of crew, hop down on the sidelines. Now 1st and 10 for the Titans as it's Marcus Mariota in the shotgun, dropping back to pass. Rush coming, he gets it off quickly, able to find Henry in the flat. Only a couple on the play, but real smart recognition there by Mariota, seeing the blitz coming from the outside. Even without Joey Bosa, they're able to get some pressure.
Yeah, I still don't like the throw. Mariota, that was a first read flat kind of throw. A little risky for me. You see a hard flat come in there. You might see a cornerback make that interception, make that play on the ball. I do not like that throw so quickly from Mariota.
And then Derrick Henry there had another opportunity and just sort of bounced off his hands, looking to turn it upfield. And that was an opportunistic quarterback, almost ready to take that one to the house. Now 3rd and 6 for the Titans as they need to get something going. They don't want to punt this one back to the Chargers with time on the clock. As Mariota's in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the right, 1 over to the left. Mariota in the shotgun formation. He drops back here on 3rd and 6, looks over the middle of the field and throws it. Well, I think there was a receiver there. There were also 3 defenders ready to intercept that one. Luckily, it's not picked off. The Titans got to feel real good that they're punting this one away.
Yeah, I didn't like that throw. That was about 2 or 3 throws on that drive that I didn't like at all. I thought they were way too quick. They were 1 reads, and he's just trying to force the ball into coverage, or he was essentially making a pre-snap read and just kind of living on it as the weirdest spin move I just saw in the history. It almost looked like he dislocated his knee in the process down to the 31, and here comes the Los Angeles Chargers. It's big for them. If they can go down the field and put points on the board and make this a 2-score game going into halftime, you're going to have to give them the psychological edge in this game.
Well, 3 timeouts for the Chargers. They come out 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Melvin Gordon in the backfield. They're going to hand it to Gordon right up the gut, and he is stopped for only a 1-yard gain, but he's done his damage here in the first half. 8 carries, 127 yards for the star running back of the Los Angeles Chargers. Now with a quarterback, I'm sure he is happy to have that. As Ellen Baseball 3 in the chat, welcome. We appreciate all of you tuning in, and we got a good one on our hands, and we'll throw up that NBL Live schedule, of course, after the game, after we pick our player of the game here for broadcast 166. We'll throw up that schedule so you guys can see the games that are upcoming here on the NBL Network. 2nd and 8 for Carson Wentz and the Los Angeles Chargers. 4 wide receivers out there. Looks like it's a little counterplay for Gordon. He's got a lot of room, trying to make one man miss. Can't do it. He'll go down to the 42-yard line. Chargers use that first timeout. Gordon, he's had a lot of open room to run so far. The Titans' front 7 have not done a good job of containing Melvin Gordon, and he's been getting to the second level all game long.
Yeah, I see a lot of Melvin Gordon being kind of the recipient of great blocking in front of him, but I'm not seeing him make the plays that I'm accustomed to seeing of him. You know, he's a star player. He needs to make star plays. He's got 1 man to beat. Why is he not beating this man?
1st and 10, it's just a toss underneath to Henry, who catches it. He gets up, he gets some room. Oh, Henry had an opportunity. If he stayed in bounds, he was going to rumble up the sidelines. He goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line, though. Smart throw by Carson Wentz, but Hunter Henry doing some work once the ball is in his hands. Now, a 1st and 10 for Carson Wentz and the Chargers. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 over to the right, 1 tight end also on the right side of that formation. 1st and 10 for Wentz. He looks over the middle of the field. That one was jumped and should have been picked. He might have seen that end zone bomber and was getting a little too excited thinking about his touchdown dance.
Yeah, these quarterbacks seem to be mirror images of each other, because one throws a bad pass, one throws a pick, the other one throws a pick, and now they're throwing right into the middle of the field, and these linebackers are able to jump that route. Both got lucky breaks with the linebacker dropping the pass, but not a good read for Carson Wentz. But luckily for him, that was only 1st down. He can get some yards here on 2nd and make this a 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, now 2nd and 10 for the Chargers as Wentz drops back to pass. Rush coming, he looks over the middle of the field. Oh, boy.
Wow, again.
Wow. That was about as fortunate of a throw as you'll ever see, because if that defender doesn't stumble, it's going the other way.
Yeah, the internal clock going off in Carson Wentz's head. I think he thinks he's back in Philly right now. He's trying to get rid of the ball way too early. He has a lot more time than he realizes. He needs to be patient. Calm down. I know this is NBL Live, but you got a little bit of time.
He's taking a shot to Keenan Allen on the outside. And Allen makes the catch over the defender. One of the best catches we've seen on NBL Live. Keenan Allen diving into the end zone and somehow pulls that one down for a huge score for the Chargers before the half. And if you're a Titans fan, you're feeling absolutely deflated after that one-man play.
Carson Wentz says 50-50 ball. I throw a 42% completion. That sounds good to me. He tosses that up with a defender draped all over him. He makes a play, 28-14. Tennessee really about to go 0-2 to start this season. This is a team that went, what, last season, OSU? 14-2. Yeah. They're going to take both of those losses to start this season. That's a uphill battle that they do not want to be in, and that's opening the door up. The division's looking. Houston's looking up. The Colts are looking somewhere from a crossing route. Jacksonville Jaguars are looking somewhere from who knows where they're at.
Oh, they're coming off that loss to the Bengals. They're looking from somewhere in the back going, what is going on? As on 1st and 10, Mariota looks deep down the field. That's a dangerous throw. Now just forcing it downfield, trying to make something going. And I got to let you know, Bomber. Let me just let you know about this schedule because this game's not over. There's plenty of time left. But the Titans go next week to the Colts, who are at 2-0. Then they play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then they play the Baltimore Ravens. Then they play the Detroit Lions. Then they play the Vikings. And then they play the Browns before their bye week. That schedule is one that nobody is envious of.
Yeah, you get behind in that schedule early, you're going to be regretting it the rest of the season. You're going to be trying to play catch-up. You're going to start forcing the ball down the field like he's doing right now.
Luckily, he threw that one 4 feet into the sidelines. That was
exactly. This is when it gets dangerous for the Tennessee Titans. These are not the Titans you want to see. Hurried in the pocket, making bad throws, throwing pick sixes. You have to clean this up at halftime and tell your men, hey, it's only been a half. We're only down 2 scores. There's plenty of football left. Relax. I know it got off to a rapid pace, but it will come back in our favor, and we will have our opportunities. We just have to be patient.
28-14, you score 3rd and 10. They hand it off to Derrick Henry. That's the white flag being thrown, and the Chargers are going to say, all right, punt it away to us. Let's see what we can do in the punt game. Is now a 4th and 9. The Titans are going to punt this one away. They're just trying to get to halftime, not without any more damage. After that unbelievable one-on-one play by Keenan Allen on the outside to put the Chargers up 28-14. Before that, it felt like both these teams very evenly matched. No one really having the edge. But right there with one play, selling the momentum all in the hands as big beefy punter comes out, puts that one in the air. As with 2 seconds left, it is taken. He is tackled with 1 second to go. They're in position. That punt real short, Bomber, into the wind. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but a little Hail Mary, you never know with the way that Keenan Allen's making plays out there.
Yeah, you gave him a little bit of an opportunity, a little window here. I think it was a good punt, though. He put it up in the air. He burned a lot of time off the clock. He gave his team an opportunity as there goes a sack, and that's going to end the half. 28-14, the Chargers are up over the Tennessee Titans. NBL Live broadcast number 166. We're in for a big game. I think with the Titans getting the ball back to start this half, here's their chance to kind of cut this lead back and kind of get some of their swagger back that they had it early in this game.
Yeah, Titans going to get the ball to start the second half. That's big for them to maybe get an opportunity to close in this lead. Let's throw it down to the third member of crew, Hop. Hop, you were with the Tennessee Titans. They're down 14. It was a rough first half. It seemed like they had something going early. What were they saying coming out of the locker room? What's the demeanor of this team? Are they down and out, or are they going to make a comeback in this game?
Well, I think their heads are still high. I got to talk to the head coach before he went into the locker room before halftime. He was real concerned with his Pro Bowl offensive line, who they like to ride their halfback pause when Marcus Mariota struggles, and he had a terrible Week 1 game, so they look for him to bounce back this game. He started out hot, and then he's just died down ever since that pick 6. So they look to get their offensive line moving and get Derrick Henry going in the second half to get some offense.
Hop just pulled a pause here on NBL Live. Is that what I just had? Is that what you...
He tries to be like me.
It's
all right.
Hey, to be the best, you got to imitate the best. That's the Sonny Weaver method.
Hey, I can't knock it. What? 9 rushes, 2 yards for Derrick Henry. Off to a slow start. Getting a lot of...
Maybe the Titans have been watching the Lions, because that's a very Lion-esque stat, and we saw that screenplay. You better watch out. Are you sure Sonny Weaver's not in your locker room?
Well, I'm sure, dude. We got a security guy over the trophies right now. We're looking left and right. He's got his eyes peeled. He's in a defensive stance. He's using his peripheral vision. He's seeing if Sonny Weaver's bald head is going to come shining around the corner at any moment.
Tough to camouflage,
we don't see him.
Yeah, that's tough to camouflage.
Camouflage paint on that reflection is the only chance he's got.
3rd and 6, blitz coming, quick throw by Mariota. He completes it over there. As I'm surprised that tight end doesn't have his ACL torn with the way that tackle went down. But it's a first down for the Titans. They're moving the ball here. Bomber, you got to say, one of the biggest problems for the Titans in this first half was Derrick Henry looks completely lost out there, and this offensive line isn't helping him out.
Yeah, they're really not. And right there, that was a big 3rd and 6. Hey, I want to point out something on the play calling from Los Angeles Chargers after this play, as we see a little slot cross play action, finding Dorian Montgomery. Okay, so what happened on that 3rd and 6? The Chargers came out in a really unique formation, a 3-3-5 odd, I believe. They sent the house. They basically told Mariota, what we're going to do is give you the flat wide open on a 3rd and 6. They basically gave him the first down, but they said, we're going to send some heat. We're going to see how paranoid you actually are and see if you can actually get this ball off right now. That was kind of a gut check, and I think Mariota passed the test. You won't be seeing that later in the game.
Oh, that one's a killer, as Mariota had the slant coming across. Actually, it was a little whip route coming to the inside. Diving attempt, that throw a little bit off, but that's when the receiver has to come down with. Those are the catches that if you're the Titans, you're going to look back on and go, boy, what an opportunity we had there, even though it was only for 6 yards. We'll see if the Titans can get the first down here, because that could be a big play as drops hurting the Tennessee Titans. Here in the 3rd quarter, Mariota in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Derrick Henry right up the middle, rumbling, stumbling, and bumbling up to the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the play, 10 rushes, 10 yards. Even Hop can do that math to find out what the average is.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good if you're Tennessee. You got to get more than a yard per run, and they really are actually on a true average. They're way behind that. They got an 8-yard run right there, obviously, but before that, they were 8 carries for 2 yards. They've really been struggling to get some yards on the ground and pound, and that's going to affect them late in this game as they're trying to play some catch-up.
And now 3rd and 2 shotgun formation for Mariota and the Titans. 2 wide receivers to each side, and he's got Derrick Henry in the backfield to his right as he surveys this Chargers defense, 357 and counting. He's going to drop back to pass on 3rd and 2, looking. He throws it over the middle. It's complete, and so far, the Tennessee, actually it's incomplete as he took a big hit. Right now, Mariota had a lot of success early in this game, Bomber, pushing the ball downfield. They look very hesitant to go for anything beyond about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's a 3rd and 2. They put Darian Montgomery, the star wide receiver. I touched on him earlier. They're going to go for a fake here. They're going to try to go for it as that just blows up in their face. We've seen some good fakes not work. OSU.
No, I don't want to talk about it. We've never seen it.
He did it with the Carolina Panthers last Madden.
Nope, I didn't. Don't lie to
this right here was just I'm within the rules. I'm going to go for it. Should have kicked the field goal. I mean, go down 11. It's okay. Put points on the board. I don't like that opportunity right there, trying to be a little too cute. And in the end of the day, you know, you're a 25-year-old bald man. I mean, you are what you are. You're not going to be.
Why fake the field goal? Just go for it. Like, if you're going to go for it, go for it.
If you're going to go for it,
the rush is coming. He's looking for another one-on-one play from Williams. Williams can't make the catch. It's an incomplete pass. They just put everybody in the backfield, sent 2 fly routes, and tried to hit somebody on the outside. Incomplete pass.
Can we go back to that drop, that Darian Montgomery drop?
I'm just saying.
Wide receiver. I talked about him earlier. He makes all these plays. They get in a 3rd and 2. They rely on him. They make the right read. They call the right play. Put him in motion. Get him going. Get his wheels turning. He's not the fastest guy, but once he gets going, he's tough to bring down. And he can't hold on to that pass. That really makes me understand why he's not being utilized and used at the production you feel like he should when you look at his attributes on MaddenBomberLeague.com.
2nd and 10, Carson Wentz play action pass, looking over to the left side. It is complete to the tight end Henry. Missed tackle, shaken off, first down. Henry's been a favorite target of Wentz early in this game so far, 9 of 14, 134 yards. As Henry makes another play as he catches the ball underneath and to make something happen, gets a first down for the Chargers.
Yeah, what a swing of events there. They go for it, try to go for the fake field goal, try to be a little aggressive. But I'm with you. I think this offense is good enough. I think what Sonny Weaver did was kind of overthink himself there. I think he has an offense and he has a scheme on the field that he could have picked up that 4th and 2 if he just would have came out in his regular, offense. Maybe spread him out. He's got the receiving core. He's got the tight end. He's got the halfback that can block. I think he had an opportunity to pick it up that way. Instead, maybe he overthinks it a little bit. Now they're in a situation where they give up the big field position, and the momentum just seems like it's even swinging more towards the Los Angeles Chargers.
Well, and let's talk about this for a second, okay? As 2nd and 5, the Chargers are going to come out after this play. Well, I got an interesting thought. I just thought about it. A little nugget of information I was thinking about. 2nd and 5, Carson Wentz under center. He's got 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, and he's got Melvin Gordon in the backfield as we got a jump, and that's going to be a free first down for the Chargers. Here's my thought, okay? It's 3rd and 2, okay? Sonny Weaver loves to pride himself on his analytics, loves to pride himself as a thinking man's owner. It's 3rd and 2.
Yep.
What defense is 90% of the NBL, 90% of anybody going to call on a 3rd and 2? some sort of cover 2. You know it's going to be a
block.
cover 2. Yeah, punt block. Absolutely. They're going to come out, engage 8. They're bringing everybody. As on first down, it's a handoff to Gordon up the middle. He's got a lot of room. He's going to get the first down up the 12-yard line. You know that it's probably going to be some sort of cover 2 off defense. Why are you looking underneath? You know they're going to be watching you underneath. Take a shot down the field, split the safeties, especially you're in that no man's land. You know you're going to have an opportunity to go for it. It just seemed like it was a bad play call on 3rd down and then just an attempt to do something way cuter than you needed to on 4th down.
Or even better, here's a simpler idea.
How about another?
They're catching them very aggressive right now.
Yeah.
Here's a simpler idea, a more simple. How would
Simpler.
DB say it? Probably something like that, right?
Yeah,
All right. So here's an easier idea. You know you're going to go for it on 4th and 2. The rules say between 38 and 43. 4th and 2 or shorter. You can go for it at any time. You know you're at the 42. So even if you picked up a yard, you still can go for it.
Run it.
Why not just run it?
Why
not just run the ball and give yourself another opportunity in case you get to the 4th down to kind of cross that bridge when you get there, but you knew you were going for it. Toss to the outside. Scoop. Melvin Gordon putting it on him. There he goes. That's the Melvin Gordon we know and love. Touchdown,
That
Los
was
Angeles.
dirty. That was a dirty spin move. That one was not safe for work, folks. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Nobody should see what Melvin Gordon just did to the Titans defense.
Absolutely. What a spin. I've been saying, hey, can he break down one man? Can he break down one guy in open field? He says, no, I don't have to break him down. I'm going to break him off. And that's what he did. Nice spin move right there by Melvin Gordon. This guy has all the tools. So at early in the game, maybe he was just a little stiff, you know, maybe he was a pause, maybe he was just a little, you know, not really got his juices going, pause. And now he's saying, you know what? It's time to rock and roll. It's the 3rd quarter. I'm feeling good. Let me show these boys what I got. He does a nice little spin move right there, gets into the end zone, and really breaks this game away. 21 points to overcome when you only have 14. I've seen Tennessee come back and make some really killer comebacks, but not against a team of this caliber, this talented. I don't see it happening.
Here's all I'm saying, Bomber. You can't have a heartbreaking last-second loss if you're not even in the game in the 4th quarter. See, that's...
Oh, there you go. That's and then the guy pointing to his head,
thinking.
right?
Yep, he's thinking.
Yeah, there you go. Smart.
That's smart. 2nd and 8. I formation for Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. 2 wide receivers over to the left side. Mariota's going to drop back to pass here on 2nd and 8. Looking. He looks over the middle of the field. And look, the Titans push the ball downfield, and good things happen. A reasonable throw, a post route down the middle, and the Titans, they're in enemy territory.
Yeah, the deep post, splitting the cover 2 man, splitting those safeties. As you know, you go on a deep post with these wide receivers, you're going to beat the man coverage. And by that point, you're just looking to split the safeties, which is what he does. Nice throw by Mariota. Nice catch by the receiver. Let's see if they can get it going right now in Tennessee.
Why don't you push it downfield a little more? He has a man. It's complete to the 19-yard line. You know the Chargers have been stopping the run game. They put a lot of guys in the box to stop Derrick Henry. You know they've been stopping the underneath throws. How about you push it downfield? And the Titans have taken 2 shots down the field. They're on the 19-yard line. It's just a wonder why nobody realized this earlier in the 3rd quarter. Now 1st and 10 for the Tennessee Titans. Marcus Mariota in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 over to the right. As Mariota dropping back to pass, looks over to the left side. It is completed the 8-yard line, but boy, he had a receiver all kinds of open just to the left of Taylor, and he was in the end zone.
Yeah, there's those at 3 bust and press. We're going to see that when essentially
Kiki 2
the
times
Chargers
79
are saying,
is
hey,
online. Shout out to Kiki 2 times 79.
Yeah, shout out to him. He's online right now. He's looking the game. When they're sending pressure on Mariota, they just want him to make a decision, and hopefully he makes the wrong one, even though they're giving up a ton of space. Here he goes, rolling out. He's looking, and he's going to take off.
Touchdown.
And why didn't the user coverage just go after him? Once you leave the pocket in the NBL, you're free game. The zone coverage can go after you. Why he didn't go after him, I don't know. Gives up the touchdown. It's only a 14-point game. I mean, as bad as that spin move from Melvin Gordon looked, they're still in this game. They're down 2 scores with the quarter left, and the way this game's been going, they might have 2 or 3 more opportunities to get themselves right out of this hole.
35-21 now. Titans getting a big touchdown. Mariota using his legs. As while we have a moment here in the 3rd quarter, we want to give a big shout out to our graphic sponsor, web3ks.com. If you or anyone you know needs graphics done for an affordable price, use web3ks.com. All business over there, super easy to work with. A big friend of the network for many seasons now. Done a ton of graphics for us, and they are the leaders in affordable graphic design. Again, that's web3ks.com. They are our graphic sponsor and our pregame sponsor here on NBL Live. Broadcast 166. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man Bomber. We got our sideline reporter Hop down on the sidelines. We'll throw it to him in just a moment as on 1st and 10. Carson Wentz dropping back to pass, looks over the middle, and the Titans defense comes up with a pick, going the other way as Freeman sat in the middle. He's now holding his arm as he took a big hit at the end of that play. But again, here on NBL Live, Bomber, just when you thought it was going to get out of reach, the Titans defense forced their first turnover.
Yeah, you gotta be killing me. You gotta be kidding me. Excuse me.
I'm killing you.
Are you kidding me? Are you back in Philly right now? Come on, Wentz.
There's a broken tackle, and it's a first down for the Titans up to the 6-yard line, and it seems like life has been breathed into the Titans sideline as that pick was a huge momentum swing. 35 seconds and counting here in the third quarter, and the Titans have an opportunity to cut it back to a one-score game as they're looking on that wide receiver jet sweep, and there's a lot of room, and touchdown Titans, a new ball game here on NBL Live. The Titans have life in LA as they have cut it back to a one-score ball game.
What a run right there, taken out of the Pittsburgh Steelers playbook. A lot of goal line stuff. Tennessee's around. They're taking this and taking that and adapting it to the personnel they have. You gotta love it. And it's only a 7-point game. Can Tennessee's defense come up with another big play? Or more importantly, will Carson Wentz just crush under the lights right now? NBL Live, broadcast number 166. We are live. This is not pre-recorded. You are watching this as we watch this. And this is a thrilling game right now between two AFC powerhouses.
Bananas in the chat saying 69 incoming. Well, what we're at?
Pause, man. Come on.
We're at 63. Look, we knew what Bananas was saying. Okay, there's nothing going on in the Bananas household. It's on 1st and 10. Hand off to Melvin Gordon. So far, the one thing the Titans haven't been able to stop is Melvin Gordon. 12 carries, 169, and 3 touchdowns. As the Titans have made this one a game. This was 35-14 Chargers. Tennessee finally drove down the field, got a score. Then a pick from Carson Wentz, something that he's was accustomed to doing in Philadelphia. Came over to LA, throws one right over the middle, and all of a sudden the Titans are in this game. They're down by 7. Defense needs to make another stop as it's a handoff to Mohammed. He's got a lot of room on the right side. Bummer, it seems like the defenses for both teams are playing sort of opposite. The Chargers defense has been big on stopping the run, and they've let sort of some downfield passes kill them. Where on the flip side, it seems like Tennessee is fairly content to have these running backs get 7-8 yards per run as long as they don't get beat over the top by a big play.
Yeah, definitely two philosophies right now, which is, kind of ironic given the situation. Okay, so the situation being at hand right now, the Chargers are probably looking to run the ball right now, control the clock, go down there and get a nice drive, score on this drive, come away with some type of points, while Tennessee is probably looking to drive the ball down the field more.
Look to the outside, it's picked off!
Are you
and
kidding
the Titans
me?
have a lot of room! He's at the 20! He's at the 10! Call your friends, get him to NBL Live! We got a ball game, folks! As another mistake by Carson Wentz. Excuse me, that was the Wildcat formation, trying to get a little cute. The throwback to Wentz ends up in disaster. And with this extra point, it's a 35-all ball game, 70 points on the board. Bananas was right, folks. The world is ending.
Wow, that's a colossal collapse here for the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers colossal collapse, triple C's. Big shout out to triple B's out there, big baller brand. But I want to say this right now. What is going on with Los Angeles? The play calling, suspect at best. Why would you put Melvin Gordon in there to pass the ball? Why are you getting so cute? And why do you think that was a smart call in this time of the game? You needed to control the clock. You were doing all the right things, and here you go. That's comparable to the fake kick, the fake field goal from the Titans earlier in the game.
Hold my beer. Watch me do this one better. It's a 1st and 10. It's a handoff to Melvin Gordon up the middle. And Gordon, one of his shorter runs in the day, only get 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd down to Hop down on the Titans sidelines. It's got to be raucous down there. What's the confidence level for this Titans team?
Oh, man, this sideline is rocking right now. I was actually on the Chargers sideline as Trey Boston was going livid on the offensive coordinators. This defense is a defense that prides themselves, and they've gave up 28 points today. Now they're throwing in trick plays and giving up more points and putting them in short field position. This Chargers team is on their backs right now, and it is not very good.
Boy, it's never good when a defensive player is on the offensive coordinator. That's never good. You never want to see that. Bummer, I will say.
Well, they say the best present to give is, right?
Uh-oh, what?
One that is gift wrapped, and having Melvin Gordon sit back there and throw the ball, you're gift wrapping a present for the defense, and he threw what was it, a 15-yard throw that was gonna go a half a yard?
Yep.
And that was just a horrible read as a nice throw right there, picked up, caught. What a catch! And that's a big time play right there. For how do you pronounce his name?
It's Jeff Hireman from the Ohio State University. Yeah.
There we go. Nice catch right there. Corner route, throws it in traffic. But Wentz feels comfortable enough to make that play, and that's got his whole team hyped over there. And he just blew a 21-point lead in less than how much time in game? 2 to 3 minutes. Unbelievable collapse right now for Los Angeles. They have to come down here and score, give us something positive to talk about, or this is going to be all over the magazine, all over Twitter. This is going to be a bad day for Los Angeles.
Melvin Gordon trying to find something out the middle, nothing doing there. He gets stopped for no gain. Broadcast 166. Again, folks, this is an unbelievable game. We got a great schedule of games. We'll show you that NBL Live schedule at the end of this one as we pick our NBL Live player of the game. Guys, get your suggestions in the chat as we get through the end of this game. 4:19 to go. No telling who's come out on top of this one. We're in week 2, and we've already got a game that could win NBL Live Game of the Year for season 29 here in the NBL. Now, 2nd and 10 for the Los Angeles Chargers. 3 wide receivers out there. As Carson Wentz drops back to pass on 2nd and 10. Blitz is picked up. He's going to take a deep shot down the right side looking for Williams. And that one is caught by Williams. Touchdown Chargers. Another unbelievable play. One-on-one. These Chargers receivers helping out Carson Wentz with 2 huge scores.
I like to say, when in doubt, air it out, and that's exactly what these Los Angeles Chargers are doing. You want to give me a 50-50 jump ball? I'm going to take it all day, every day, twice on what's the day today? Wednesday?
Yeah, it's
going to be twice on Sunday.
Well,
so twice on Wednesday.
Tout in the chat saying catch of the year, just proving that he wasn't here earlier in the game. Because
absolutely, Tout. Thank you for your 2 minutes. We'll see you on the next NBL Live, which will probably be broadcast number 266.
Yep, that's the one.
We'll see Tout back on here.
We got a great 2020 schedule here in season 72 here on NBL Live. 1st and 10 now for the Titans as they're now facing a deficit once again. 4:03 to go. It's going to be Mariota in the shotgun play action pass. He is looking. It's beautifully picked up the middle. And an unbelievable catch over the middle by Taylor for the Titans. This one to the 44-yard line. The wide receivers for both teams showing up today.
Yeah, didn't expect the quarterback to lead that ball up the field, kind of put a little bit too much underneath it. They were okay with it, and they came away with the catch as they go right to the flat. But look who's down right now. Derrick Henry's holding his wrist. And if anything Hop knows about injuries, it's going to be that sore wrist.
What?
Was that the cue for Hop?
Second and 13 for the Tennessee Titans as another shot down the left side, and Taylor has been huge today for Marcus Mariota as another first down to the 24-yard line as Mariota tops 300 yards passing. Taylor 5 catches, 99 yards. Bomber, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. We see a couple more touchdowns here in the last 325.
Yeah, Taywan Taylor, Hal, he's been phenomenal today. Number 13 wide receiver in the slot. You see him moving from right to left here as a audible to play. But, man, he has been something else so far.
1st and 10, Mariota dropping back to pass on 1st down. Looks over to the left side. It's complete as it's a 1st down at the 6-yard line. As let's go down to the sidelines for Hop. You have an update on Derrick Henry's status.
Yeah, I tried to go give my knowledge on sore wrists to the trainers of the Tennessee Titans. They weren't having it. But it's just an elbow sprain for Derrick Henry. He'll be back this game. Look for him to come back this drive and be ready to go.
Now 1st and goal for the Titans. They're on the 6-yard line. 3 wide receivers over to the right, 1 tight end on the left side. Derrick Henry indeed back into the game at halfback. To the left of Marcus Mariota, 249 and counting. As Mariota changing up the play, surveying the Chargers defense. He's going to drop back to pass. Look for the wide receiver screen and unbelievably got back to the line of scrimmage. That one was snuffed out early. There was all kinds of pressure. And the Titans are lucky that one didn't turn worse, but they end up getting back to the line of scrimmage, going to bring up a 2nd and goal, and they're going to break the huddle here quickly, trying to punch this one in the end zone. They need 7, folks. Shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers now over to the left side, 1 on the right side. That's the tight end, tight to the formation. He sends Derrick Henry out in motion. Empty backfield for Marcus Mariota. 2:20 and counting. The Titans trying to stay in this game. They need a touchdown. Mariota drops back to pass. Looking. No one's open. He rolls out to the left side. He throws it to the end zone. It's incomplete. Bomber, do you like the throw there by Mariota? I sort of thought he was going to take off. I thought that was the right play. Instead, he tries to find someone in the end zone, throwing sort of awkwardly across his body, and now it's a 3rd and goal for the Titans.
Yeah, you got to try to run that in if you're Mariota. I understand what he was trying to do. He wants the touchdown. He doesn't want to take the hit, but I think there was a lot more yards to pick up if he got on his wheels and started running in. I think it would have been a photo finish down to the goal line. Big mistake there by Mariota, but let's see if he can capitalize on his mistake and turn it into a positive here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. They're going to hand it to Derrick Henry. Little power run to the right side, and Henry's only going to get 2 yards. And now we've hit the 2-minute warning. 4th and goal, Palmer. No doubt, 4 down territory. If you're the Titans, what are you looking to do on this play?
I don't know. I think they're out of trick plays. I mean, we've seen end arounds. We've seen Steeler halfback screen. We've seen the screen to the wide receiver. We've seen pretty much everything that they have in their bucket right now.
I bet you Mariota
4th and goal, they're on the 4. I don't know what they're going to do. What's that?
I bet you you're going to see Mariota moving outside the pocket and trying to get to the pylon. 4th and goal.
It might be their best play at this point in the game.
Mariota's in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 over to the left. Derrick Henry to the left of Marcus Mariota. Also 1 tight end on the right side of that formation. Mariota drops back to pass here on 4th and goal. Looks to the back of the end zone. It's picked off by Fowler. A mistake by Mariota. And Fowler's going to try to take this one back. He'll get taken down at the 11-yard line. That one, well, it wasn't open at any point. There was nobody there. The defense was well covered in the end zone. And Marcus Mariota did what he has done a couple times today and throw it directly to the defense of the LA Chargers. And now the Titans defense is going to have to do something they haven't done all game, Bomber. Stop Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, I don't understand those kind of plays. You don't have any space behind you. It's a tight spot. There's just like, there's really no space.
No.
It's a breakout.
As Gordon broke a tackle,
Gordon.
And Melvin Gordon streaking down the sidelines. Have yourself a day, big dog, as he's going to take this one all the way 89 yards. The party in Los Angeles is rolling on the back of Melvin Gordon.
And that's going to pretty much end this game. What a run right there by Melvin Gordon as he bounces outside. But back to that Tennessee 4th and goal. An opportunity there to tie the game. And they run curls. Curl, you curl, he curls. We all curl. Everybody's curl. It felt like Oprah's show out there. She's giving curls away to everybody. They're all wide receivers and they're running horrible routes.
Everybody
on the goal line,
gets
I did
a
not
curl.
like it. Exactly. I didn't like it because one guy can essentially sit in front of both of those routes, and Mariota does not have the ability to put the ball anywhere. There's not enough space, and I think that's what hurt him on that play. They were essentially looking at one route. It didn't get open. Everybody else was curled. They were stopped, and there was nowhere to go. So Mariota had tried to make a play. He throws it to the back of the end zone, and it got picked off.
Well, 49-35 your score right now. Stick with us to the end of the game, folks. We'll have our selection for the NBL Live player of the game here for broadcast 166. The throw over to the left side is picked off, and that one is absolutely going to do it as Hayward's going to take this one all the way inside. Spin move. He's still going. Touchdown, Chargers, and the 50 burger has been dropped. Put it on the grill. I like mine medium, and it's 55-35. The Chargers end up blowing this bad boy open.
The 50 burger is alive and well. Pick 6 for the Los Angeles Chargers. What's going on in Tennessee? They couldn't even stop a nosebleed right now. They're looking horrible on the road. They got to have some immediate fixes going into week 3. I think they play the Indianapolis Colts.
Yep.
That's going to be a really deciding factor if they want to save their season, because week 4 they're playing the Roethlisberger less. Is that even right? I don't even know if that's right.
I like that. Yeah, there is. He's
It'd
out
be
for
the
7
Stafford
weeks.
list, Roethlisberger. His name has Les in it.
Big Ben
so
Les.
Lesberger is not going to be there. He's hurt for 8 weeks, so that game is going to be probably a little bit easier than we originally thought. It looks like they
just don't want to give up any more points at this point. They don't.
This is the first time I've seen him concede a game as an owner in the NBL.
Hop, how is it down on that Tennessee Titans sideline right now?
It is very quiet, but Hollywood Park is jumping as they are giving out 50 burgers to all the Tennessee Titan fans walking out right now.
Do you get a free burger for them dropping 50?
Hop, you eat a burger, half of your weight, you're gonna go up.
Be careful.
Double your weight, right? It's gonna be
Cholesterol's
200%. You're gonna go from a bag of bones to a, I don't know, bag of burgers. I don't know where I was even going.
I saw where you were going to start, and then it sort of like the Titans defense sort of went off the rails. Well, here's the question.
Hop, let's have Hop give us some insight on this game. What are a couple things you picked up from both of these teams that you would take away if you're a fan? If you're a Los Angeles Charger fan right now, what are you saying about your team? Are you really? It's championship or bust. Usually the mentality for Gub. Is that what it feels like for the Chargers right now? Are they going to give Wentz a year or two to kind of settle his feet and kind of get settled in this team? Because we saw a lot of jump balls today. And, that's really not going to win in playoff-type football. It might win a regular season game. Big shout out to
Kiki
2x79 is online. But what do you think? You think this team is a championship team?
I really do. I think this Los Angeles defense is amazing. It's probably one of the best, even though they did give up 28 points, 35 points, counting the pick six they gave up. I think they're a staple defense in the NBL. And it takes a quarterback a couple games to gel really with a new scheme, new offense. I think this team will come out of the AFC, especially with Ben Roethlisberger getting hurt. Don't know how he's going to come back with that Pittsburgh Steelers team. This is the powerhouse of the AFC right here in the Los Angeles Chargers.
Absolutely. That's the only question. I mean, and what about Tennessee? You think they're going to make the playoffs? Think they're going to win their division? It's looking it's gloom and doom time right now. In week 2, they're 0-2. This is a team that went 14-2 last season. So they've already reached the amount of losses they had already in 2 games of what they had the entire NBL season 28. So it's not looking like a great season 29 for them. Are they gonna figure it out? Because their defense looks really bad especially for as much money as they spent on this secondary. This is not looking like a Tennessee Titan style defense going on out there.
Yeah, they've been very bad the first 2 weeks of season 29. I think they have to figure out the few kinks on the Pro Bowl offensive line. Something's wrong there. They have to figure out the run blocks, get Derrick Henry going, and they'll be fine. They do have a easier division in the NBL, so they could come out still and win this division with 5 or 6 losses. So that's not, I think they're still going to be a playoff team. But as far as competing for a championship, I think that's out the window. This obviously showed it with a 55 bomb on NBL Live. I don't think they're anywhere near to competing for a championship.
Hop has never been good at the math.
Never.
He's not good with his decimals. All right. That's all I have for Hop, man. I mean, that's some good insight right there on both of these teams. Two powerhouses in the AFC. Maybe just one right now. I mean, 56 points on NBL Live. That's as high. That's a record for NBL Live. The most points scored on NBL Live, 56 points by the Los Angeles Chargers. Just wow, OSU. I'm speechless.
Yeah, no, on one level, if you're a Titans fan, you're concerned about the defense because they didn't really stop Melvin Gordon one bit. They did contain Carson Wentz. That pass game really never got going. It turns out you can be mad at the defense all you want, but that was 3 interceptions thrown by Marcus Mariota, and two got housed. I mean, that's what it comes down to, and that was a big difference in this game. Again, folks, this is a close ball game. It gets blown open at the end. The Chargers win 56-35. Time for our selection for NBL Live Player of the Game for broadcast number 166. Bomber, I could try to bull you and tell you a bunch of other players that could win it, but this was Melvin Gordon's day. He's up over 220 yards. He took the 89 yard to the house that blew this bad boy open. He was the offense for the Los Angeles Chargers and is a well-deserved player of the game.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon, what a game. Phenomenal performance. Maybe our NBL Live player of the season, because this guy put on a performance that might be one of the greatest performances I've seen in a regular season by a halfback on NBL Live, and probably our entire duration, all 166 games. I haven't seen anybody put on a performance like this. What a showing by the Los Angeles Chargers. I mean, they made mental error after mental error at one point. There was a stretch in the end of the third, 4 minutes left in the fourth, where I was going, who's running this team? Did he pass this book to Tot? What is going on? And then they got it together, came down the field, defense shored up, and everything looks good. And they lost Joey Bosa, so everything's normal in Los Angeles right now.
Yeah, what a game for Melvin Gordon and the Los Angeles Chargers. He's your player of the game for broadcast number 166. You can check out all of our archives or our player of the game selections on our website, 365.maddenbomberleague.com, all the way back to broadcast number 1. It's a fun look back at NBL history. Check out all the players of the game. And let's throw up that NBL Live schedule once again, folks. This released during week 1. Week 3, we've got a great game on tap, Bomber. It is the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New England Patriots. That's going to be right here on NBL Live tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern time. To say this is an interesting game, Bomber. We look forward in the season. You see that Vikings-Panthers game. Hop and TFA, two big trash talkers in the chat. We know that that's going to have a lot of emotion behind it. But this Jaguars-Patriots game, unisolated and Timbo, they like to go back and forth. The Hulk versus, I don't know, a normal person, the not Hulk. It's the Hulk versus Bruce Banner, I guess, is what the answer is. There's a lot of emotion in this game. Both teams want to win this one.
Oh, which game are we talking about?
Jaguars-Patriots.
Jaguars-Patriots. Patriots 2-0 right now. They've limped by two teams that they should have dominated. I think this game's going to be really close. I got the edge going to the New England Patriots. I just think they're a little bit better of a, I don't want to say more of a well-oiled machine. I don't think any of these machines are well-oiled, but maybe they're just faring a little bit better than Jacksonville right now. I think Jacksonville that lost to Cincinnati kind of is telling. Patriots haven't had any really convincing plays. The quarterback play has been very suspect. Jimmy has looked horrible. So I don't know how much longer he's got there. He was benched last game. So there's a lot of things going on and a lot of things going on behind the scenes with the New England Patriots. And the Jacksonville Jaguars, there's not a lot going on. And that's a bad thing for them. So two kind of negative things that we're trying to spin into a positive if you're on both sides, any side of the ball. But it's going to be a good game for NBL Live because I think these teams are pretty evenly matched. And I think this game's going to be pretty close. I just think the Patriots kind of edge them out.
Yeah, that one's going to be tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern time here on the network. Hit that subscribe button down below so you know when we go live. You can also follow us on Twitter at Bomber League. We announce all our game times there. But that's going to do it for us in this one. What a game. The score didn't tell you how big of a game this one. Even with the 21-point game, I never thought I'd say a 21-point game might win NBL Live Game of the Year, but this one was unbelievable, and we're happy that you guys tuned in for this one. For our sideline reporter, Hop, my co-host, Bomber, I'm OSU. Once again, your final score, the Los Angeles Chargers blow this one open and take down the Tennessee Titans 56-35. We'll see you tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern time, for Jaguars and Patriots, right here on NBL Live.